What's up, everybody? Doc Dog 1985. There's levels to this. How is everybody doing tonight? It is Saturday night, and I feel all right. Parties here on the west side. I'm kidding. Hopefully, everybody's having a great night tonight. Listen, I wasn't sure how I wanted to approach this topic, especially since I've been championing the fact of the benefit that I get as a gamer from what Xbox is doing. But I think this is part of the conversation that needs to be talked about, that I can admit can be a little bit uncomfortable because sometimes it doesn't make sense. And you see, that's the thing when you're dealing with consumers, or you're dealing with people like human beings and stuff. Like, we aren't made like computers with just numbers, with just black and white. There's a lot of emotion and nuance that goes into our every single day decisions. People make decisions that don't make sense every single day, but they make them because they feel better. You know what I mean? So this is the approach I want to take from this. So we know that the Xbox currently right now, the campaign has gone from no Xbox required to everything is Xbox. This is the Xbox, which is essentially the same thing, just a different message, a better message, right? Saying no Xbox required is a little bit more confusing than saying, or no console required is a little bit more confusing than saying everything could be your Xbox. But this is what I want to tell Microsoft, if anybody from Microsoft even watches my channel, or Xbox, if anybody from Xbox even watches my channel, or just tell you, just sharing my experience. I moved from the console to PC, and my goal was very simple. My goal was just the 30 frame difference. Literally, that's it. The 30 frame difference. So much so that I ended up now playing on PC, and I have my PC actually capped at 60 frames. I know that's crazy to people, right? But yes, I capped my PC at 60 frames because I have it in the living room. And when it's capped at 60 frame, it doesn't work as hard, it doesn't get as hot, which means the fans don't spin as fast, which means it's not as loud. So it is as quiet, maybe a little bit louder than what my consoles are, or at least it's a constant um spinning, doesn't rev up or anything like that. That is perfectly fine. Like it's not, you can't hear it unless you're actually like trying to listen for it. And all that was a 30 frame difference. So Xbox went ahead and a long time ago started dropping games day and date on PC, and even Game Pass Ultimate is something that works well on PC, and obviously I benefit from that. So when I moved over to PC because Hellblade 2 was coming out at 30, I didn't lose my access to Game Pass and the Xbox ecosystem, the entire ecosystem, right? Well, not really. It's not really the entire ecosystem, and that's something that I want to talk about as well. But the majority of the ecosystem moved over moved over with me. Okay? The problem that I didn't even see coming, and I don't know if Xbox was anticipating that this would happen to a few people. And shout out to Everborn Saga, because I know he's spoken about it as well. I actually hopped on the Player Circle podcast today with Sante, and Deadly Heavily was on there as well. Shout out to you guys. The problem is that I'm not sure if Xbox was tracking that some of us might have, once over here on PC, might have dabbled with different launchers. And at heart, I see it in the chat from time to time. And listen, you guys, I'm not going to lie to you, you guys are 100% correct. At heart, I am a console gamer. Guys, My PC is connected to my living room TV. I sit on the couch and I play from the couch with a controller. That's exactly how I play. Now, the beautiful thing is that at the time when I switched over to PC, we are living in a time where these TVs could take advantage of what the PC has to offer because we have TVs with 144 hertz, TVs with 240 hertz at 1080p. That's what my TV does. VRR, HDR, all that. So we have TVs, low latency modes, and all that other stuff, and game modes. So we have TVs. Oh, this TV even has a PC mode. So if I wanted to do that, I could too. So we have TVs that could take advantage of you connecting a computer to the TV. So this is the best time to do this if you wanted to do this. But at heart, I am a console gamer. So when I moved over to PC, I had to deal with the issues that comes with PC, which it's not like they're many or they're tremendous or anything like that. Like I've documented them, but there are some. Don't let PC gamers try to gaslight you. There are some. Okay? And they can get annoying. It's I haven't met something that has completely stopped me from being able to game, right? But things that you're not going to deal with on the console side. So whenever you get a chance to consify your PC as much as possible, that's really nice. And that's where I think Xbox right now is messing up with everything as an Xbox because they haven't figured out how to fully consify the Xbox experience on the PC. I argue that they have done a better job with the Fire Stick and the Xbox XCloud app on Fire Stick. If you see that app, that feels way more console-like than anything that we're getting on the PC side. But then the problem with that, with this is Xbox on the XCloud side, is that that service, guys, that service is not, it's not, that service is not up to par. It's not up to par, man. So this is where Xbox is messing up me coming to you as a gamer again from the gamer's perspective. When I had the Xbox Series X, I bought the premium Xbox console, which should have given me the premium Xbox experience. I'm gonna say it again. I bought the premium Xbox console, which should have given me the premium Xbox experience. However, many games came out, and even though they were good games like Starfield, I really did enjoy Starfield, came out at 30 frames on a console that clearly could run it at 60. Clearly it could. Because obviously it runs it at 60 now. So that was a problem. Redfall, 30. Hellblade, 30. Right? A lot of the games running better on the rival console for whatever reason. It's just a lot of things that didn't make sense. So then when you switch over to PC, because everything is an Xbox as a gamer, I switch over to PC and I realize that the Xbox experience on this side doesn't matter how premium my PC is or my PC is not, is still not the best gaming experience on the PC. The best gaming experience on the PC is this. Is this Steam is the best gaming experience on PC. I'm doing all this directly from my controller and I'm sitting here wondering what is Xbox thinking because they must know that if you go ahead and transition over to this here to PC to gaming on PC, now you may not be competing with Sony on the PC front, but you're competing with Valve and Steam. Are you out of your mind? Are you out of your mind? Why would you put yourself in this situation? Like, if I hit this, look, guys, a keyboard comes up and I'm doing all of this from my controller. If this is not console, like, I don't know what is. And you don't even have to do anything crazy to get Steam Big Picture Mode. It's literally the click of one button, meaning if you want to play Steam the traditional computer way, you could do that. And if you want to play it in Steam Big Picture mode and start using everything with a controller, you could do that as well. Xbox doesn't have this themselves? I should be able to turn on my PC and have the exact Xbox Series X and S UI dashboard, everything pop up. The xCloud version of xCloud on the Fire Stick looks more like an Xbox console than the Xbox PC app. What is going on, Microsoft? But then it gets worse. I found out that games on Steam, I don't know why. I know somebody in the chat is gonna be able to tell me why. It's games on Steam run better, download faster. I know Kate Sante mentioned something about how the versions sometimes they're just the better versions of games on Steam for whatever reason. But regardless, I know from personal experience. I could give you an example. Remnant of the Ashes. I downloaded it on Game Pass yesterday on my PC. Tried to play it, and it gave me a bug error 3 times. When I was playing the game, it would just crash, and it would tell me that there was something wrong with the AMD, and I wanted to report it. And went ahead and I sent 3 reports to whatever that reported bug stuff was. And I was getting ready to blame it on my Walmart PC, same thing that everybody in my chat does. But I decided, you know what, I'm not going to do that. Let me go ahead and uninstall it from Game Pass. I will go ahead and buy the game on Steam. So I bought the game on Steam. It was $40 at the time. And I played it. And guess what? It downloaded extremely fast, number one. And number two, it played flawlessly. No issues at all. The same spot where it crashed on me 3 times on the Xbox app on Steam just ran right through it like there was no problem. And I sat there and I said to myself, look, man, if I'm going to, I have to be honest with you, man. And this is where the problem that Xbox is gonna have. If I am going to recommend for you to go to PC, obviously, of course, use Game Pass because you're already gonna have a library there. But I would tell you only buy games on Steam, and if you can, don't even play the game on. Use Game Pass as a way to just test the game, see if you might like it. But buy the game on Steam, play the game on Steam. Steam is gonna be better, especially if you want the console-like experience for sure. And you see, that's a problem. So on PC, Xbox moved us away from the consoles and put us here on PC, thinking that we would leave Sony behind, and Sony wouldn't be its competition, which is true. Like I don't see a need for me to turn on my PS5 at all whatsoever. I don't see the need for a PlayStation 5 Pro at all whatsoever. Like not in the slightest. I'm happy for everyone that got a PlayStation 5 Pro. Good for you that you're enjoying it, but for me, those $700, if I was to spend $700 on hardware for gaming, it would be to upgrade my PC. That just makes sense. And then when the PlayStation 6 come out and you people with the PS5 Pro upgrade to PlayStation 6, that money that I would have bought to upgrade to PlayStation 6, I would turn around, grab that money and upgrade my hardware. That would to me would make way more sense. That to me would make way more sense. Unless the next generation of consoles are PC slash console hybrids that are unlocked, meaning that are unlocked, then okay, now we're talking. Then maybe consoles might be something that I might look at again in the future, right? But back to Xbox is everywhere thing. The problem with Xbox is everywhere is that Xbox has now become something that is everywhere, but the best experience of Xbox, you can't even pinpoint it. That's sad. The definitive way to play Xbox and experience Xbox is the Xbox Series X. It is. But the problem with that, this is the problem with that. I'm telling you right now, the best way for you to experience the Xbox ecosystem is on the Xbox Series X. It's got a disk drive, and the disk drive is useful. You could go ahead and put backwards compatibility games, and a lot of those games are going to be upscaled to 4Ks. A lot of them are FPS boosted. The games look great, run great. The ecosystem is there. If you're into the achievements and everything, the points and the rewards you get, everything is there. The Xbox console, the Xbox Series X is the best Xbox ever made, right? Because it encompasses all the Xboxes. However, Microsoft, Xbox themselves are not paying the respect due to their own box. And that's where I have a problem. If you don't respect your product enough, why would I respect it as a consumer, as a premium product? Why would I respect another? I feel like the Xbox Series S gets more respect for the simple fact that Microsoft is saying, no, you will drop games on both the consoles. You will figure out how to make sure the game drops on the Series S, even if it means that the game has to be delayed for the X. But they won't delay games on the X to make sure they come at 60. Now maybe that's the console gamers' fault for allowing that, and I heard a lot of the BS console gamers saying that they don't care what some saying that they don't care what frames these games come out. But that's the thing. The best way to experience Xbox is on the Xbox Series X, and they have abandoned putting 100% effort into their console. We know that. We know that Xbox is not putting 100% effort into the console. They're putting 100% effort into Game Pass. That's what it is. So now you move over to PC and you're playing games on Game Pass like I am, and then eventually you hop on over to Steam, and little by little you see Steam sales here and there, and you figure out this UI, and then it becomes as clear as day that the Steam experience is the better gaming experience on PC. So now Xbox is competing against Steam. Not only that, but they're also dropping their games day and date on Steam, which again is great for me as a gamer, because if I want to buy the game, I will. I will buy the game. For instance, like this, like Halo Infinite. This is not just the multiplayer. I have Halo Infinite, the campaign, on Steam. I gotta go in there and finish playing it. Yeah, I gotta go in there and finish playing the campaign. But yeah, I got it. I got it. Why why would they do this? I'm not exactly sure. Maybe they don't care, but for me as a gamer though, bro, Steam is becoming more and more and more relevant in the way to play for me to play my games. So the Xbox Series X is the best way to play Xbox, and they don't fully support the Xbox Series X. That's a problem. Game Pass on PC. Game Pass is not the best way for you to play the Xbox games on PC. Steam is. That's a problem. And then when it comes to xCloud on the Fire Stick, just so you guys know, right? Because I have a Fire Stick. Anybody that has a Fire Stick is going to be able to attest to this. Right next to the Xbox app. Do you know what app comes up right next to the Xbox app on the Fire Stick? Luna does. Luna pops up. Now, that would probably be my next venture to test what works better, Luna or xCloud. But I can tell you right now, man, xCloud is definitely not the best way to experience Xbox. So this whole campaign, this is an Xbox, this is an Xbox, this is an Xbox. It's almost like this is a mediocre Xbox, this is a mediocre Xbox, this is a mediocre Xbox, and this is a mediocre Xbox. And you can be mad at me if you want, but here's the fact. Xbox games are going and currently are playing better on everything else but an Xbox. When an Xbox game is released on other things, they play better on those things than they do on Xbox, regardless of how many different platforms Xbox has. That is a problem that Xbox needs to figure out. Right now, in my household, I have an Xbox Series X and an Xbox Series S that its only viability is Game Pass. But what I need to look at is if I was to let my Game Pass subscription lapse, which I do pay for every month. I've gotten like a free 3 months here and there from like when I buy products like the Asus ROG Ally and stuff like that, or my laptop or whatever. But for the most part, I've been paying full price every single month. So he come this December, I think it's like December 5th. I'm paying the $20 a month, right? If I let my Game Pass subscription lapse and instead, let's say I just grab the same allotment of those $20 and put that towards this will be my gaming fund. And every single month I just put $20 put aside $20. And then when I see a game that I really want to buy, I go ahead and buy it and stuff like that. Or if I see a sale that I really like on Steam, I go ahead, boom, and buy it like that. If I was to do that, I think I would be alright. I think I would be alright. The viability right now with Game Pass is that it's giving me enough to keep me right now. So for instance, Black Ops 6 dropped, I would have never bought that game full price. I don't buy Call of Duty full price like that. I always wait for them to drop in price. But I was able to play it when it's hot, when the iron's hot, right? So I'm playing Call of Duty now where everybody else is playing it, having a blast, right? Spyro just dropped on Game Pass. We downloaded that on the Xbox Series S for Juju. I got it downloaded on the Xbox Series X as well. I had it downloaded on my PC, but I just don't like using the Xbox app. If to me it just feels like I know it's so weird. It just feels like a burden. Matter of fact, is it even on Steam? I didn't even think about that. Is it on here? Is that Spyro game on here? I wonder if it is. I wonder if that Spyro game is on here. Oh, it is on here. So it's $40. So the Spyro game on here is $40. So for $20, I can play them, right? Oh, what is this? The Lucky 7 bundle? What is this? This is Crash Bandicoot, all of them, and Spyro for $100? That's not bad. That's not bad. So for 2 months of Game Pass, boom, I get this, right? But not only do I get this, I definitely can play it on my Asus ROG Ally. I definitely can play it on my gaming laptop. And then when I upgrade my hardware, this is gonna stay with me. Huh. For $20 more than what I'm having access to on Game Pass, right? But obviously Game Pass is giving me a lot more. Man, oh man, what are we doing? So that's what's happening, guys. As a gamer, I am grateful for what Xbox has given me and how Xbox has moved me over to PC, and I see what's going on over here. The Xbox Series X is still honestly the best way to experience Xbox because of its entire ecosystem. And what I mean by that is, I'll give an example like this game here, Dead Space. I beat Dead Space already on the Xbox, on Game Pass PC, but it logged me into the EA store, right? So if you look at my Xbox account, it doesn't look like I beat the game. you would have to look at my EA account. Now, does that matter? No, not really. But but one of the things that does matter, right, is not the achievements that you get from Xbox. It's the points that you get from getting the achievements. That all is part of the perk of being a part of the Xbox ecosystem. But if you play games that are not part of the Xbox ecosystem and you're not getting credit for it, then yo, what are we doing? So the whatever hours I put into Dead Space on the Xbox Series X, I mean on the Xbox Game Pass, I'm not getting any credit for. So heck, man, I might as well play it on Steam or play it on the Xbox Series X, which I could have done because it runs great on the Xbox Series X. But again, I don't know. All the games on one platform does sound really good. PlayStation fans are gonna say that they're gonna get the same experience that I'm getting playing on their PlayStation 5 and their PlayStation 5 Pro, except that they gotta wait a little bit for the Xbox games. But it's equivalent as me waiting a little bit for Sony games to drop on Steam. So, touche, PlayStation fans. If you are a console gamer, the PlayStation ecosystem might make sense to you. I can see it. It might make sense to you. I can see it. What needs to happen though is this, okay? Right now, there's more PlayStation games on PC than there are Xbox games on PlayStation. I think that's correct, right? Or at least the bigger titles, right? Because there's no Halo on PlayStation, but on PC we have the major titles, except for like God of War. I mean, except for Astrobot. There's no Gears on PlayStation, right? Um, there's no Starfield on PlayStation, and whatever anybody wants to say, I promise you, the day Starfield drops on PlayStation, it's gonna sell like hotcakes. I already know it. There should be a Christmas bundle. I'm telling you right now, bro. Microsoft, Xbox, if you're listening to me, you need to make a Starfield PlayStation bundle and sell some plates. Sell some Starfield plates. Some Starfield PS5 Pro plates. Oh my. Oh my goodness. That'll be phenomenal. But I need you guys to think about this. Xbox is everywhere. This is Xbox. Every single console is Xbox. Yet, the best way to experience Xbox games are not on the Xbox platform. That's wild. That's wild. And even if you move over to PC, it's not even on the Xbox app the best way to experience them. Get it on Steam. I know I'm gonna get hate for this one here, man, but I'm just letting you know from the gamer perspective how I feel, man. This is what this podcast is all about. It's just my perspective. The gamer's perspective, putting my hand on the controller and my thumbs on the thumbsticks. I'm telling you right now, Steam hits different. I don't know if this was. I mean, here's the reality of it. Today, right now, Xbox is still winning. When it comes to me, at least, because they got my $20 this month, and I'm not gonna unsubscribe to Game Pass next month, so they still got my $20 that month. January, I don't see myself unsubscribing in January either, right? So they have they got me for now. Is the price gonna raise? Who knows? Is the price not gonna raise? Who knows? But we'll see. What I do know is this. I am going to go back to using Game Pass on my Series X. I am. I'm just gonna be very selective on what games I play over there. Meaning, I'm telling you right now, I'm not playing any game at 30. Like I'm just not doing it. So if there's an Xbox games that drops at 30 frames on the Xbox, then I'll just go ahead and buy that game on Steam. And that solves that problem. But the Xbox Series X will be my preferred way to play Game Pass. 60 frames for me is perfectly fine, and some games even run above 60. So that's perfectly fine for me. So at the end of the year, at the end of next year, this year has been all over the place, Betty, because I've been gaming on Ubisoft, I've been gaming on EA Play, because I have been using Game Pass PC app. But next year, there's only going to be two places where you're going to see me gaming. It's either going to be Xbox, the console, or Steam, the PC platform. And it's not because I'm locked into Steam. Don't get it twisted. Like I could still choose to game somewhere else if I wish, right? But that's what I choose. That's what I prefer. But the problem Xbox is gonna have is once Game Pass is no longer of value, or the money proposition doesn't make sense. Let's say they raise it to $25 or to $30 a month. Whew, they're gonna have a really hard time keeping me there. Dark 1985. There's levels to this, man. There's levels to this. Only loyal to one thing, and that's Jesus. Thank God for his grace, because I mess that up all the time. So I'll be quick to leave Game Pass as well. Mm. Oh, what's up, ISO? Yeah, I just finished ISO. Just went on a small little rant. I just finished though. We out. Peace. I'll probably hop back on to play though, ISO. So I'm gonna probably do a let's play here in a little bit, okay? So I'll probably be back on, but I am gonna end this so I can upload this to YouTube. Alright? Peace out.